We are
the Iowa High School
Athletic Association.
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School
Sports Championships,
featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
Welcome to the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa. This is the 2025 IHSAA football semifinals powered by Iowa Farm Bureau. 7th seeded Newton making the playoffs for the last 4 seasons. This is their first year winning a playoff game now, just one win from the championship game. They will battle top seeded and the only unbeaten in the 4A field. The Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints back in the Unidome for the first time since 2022, a year when the Saints won it all. Alongside the coach Kevin Miller, I am Brad Wells, and coach, we're talking 2 quarterbacks. We've got some elite quarterbacks that will be in action tonight.
2 difference makers, without a doubt. Both orchestrate very highly efficient offenses. I'm really looking forward to outstanding play from the quarterback position, but also you're going to see some dynamic defenses as well. Xavier's going to do what they're going to do. They're going to be sound. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes. Newton's got great athletes. We're in store for a great matchup here, Brad.
Yeah, Cash Parks for the Xavier Saints, number 1 in 4A in passing touchdowns. Caden Klein for Newton, number 1 in rushing TDs. 2 top teams getting ready to go. We will too. We'll be right back. Keys to the game and starting lineups. Semifinal football is coming your way right here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a 5th-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Tom Keating, executive director of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. We're excited to have you join us for our state football championships.
As title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools fuel strong futures. Iowa farmers are some of the most productive individuals in our state, working endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food that helps sustain the communities we all call home. Student athletes are also incredibly productive, dedicating countless hours to train and excel in their sports. Partnering with the Iowa High School Athletic Association allows us to celebrate the achievements of both groups while providing meaningful support to help Iowa's student athletes thrive.
Reaching the state football championships is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements, both on the field and in the classroom. They are committed to your success, helping our organization provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering from home, we all play a role in making our state shine. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa High School Athletic Association,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck inside the Dome.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Why am I seeing yield differences in only 2 of my fields?
Great question, Evan. I've taken some soil samples, and it looks like you might have some fertility issues, especially in that northern field. Take a look.
Nothing gets past you, Rick. Hey, how long you been back there?
An agronomist never tells.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel agronomists always show up. Channel, all in, all season.
IHSAA Semifinal Football is brought to you by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the IHSAA, championing youth through sports and education. And by Cookies, epic sauces and bold seasonings. Remember, smart cookies use cookies. And by the Iowa Bankers Association, Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Welcome back to Cedar Falls, Iowa. Getting ready to kick off Class 4A semifinal number 2 inside the Unidome. And Coach Miller, looking forward to this one here. Xavier has looked so strong all season, haven't they?
They have. They look very impressive. Watching them on film, a typical Xavier team, very sound fundamentally, played outstanding defense. They just do what they do, and they're a team that is not going to beat themselves. They're just going to stay true to their identity.
Taking on a Newton team who is 10-1, only lost last year's state champion. North Polk had the 16-13 victory, and the winner will take on Pella in the 4A final. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Delta Dental of Iowa. Start with Xavier, Coach.
As I mentioned earlier, do what you do. Stay true to your identity. They haven't changed in 15, 20 years. Offensively, what you see is what you get. Defensively, there isn't a better coached defensive team that I'm aware of. They are just so sound. They have such great gap integrity. They pursue the football. They tackle well in space and just contain the big two. As we talked about, you've got Isaiah Hansen at running back and Caden Klein at quarterback, 2 key playmakers.
All right, let's take a look at our keys to the game presented by Delta Dental of Iowa. For your smile, for your health, and your community. Now for the Newton Cardinals.
Eliminate turnovers. They have to put themselves in position to obviously chew up clock, but they can't turn the football over. Xavier's very opportunistic. Secondly, they need to match Xavier's physicality. Xavier gets off the ball. They do a great job of just being physical and fundamental, and so they need to try to go toe-to-toe with Xavier's physical style of play.
And those are our keys to the game. Delta Dental of Iowa, for your smile, for your health, and for your community. As we are ready to kick it off here inside the Unidome. Over the head of Finn Martin and into the end zone. As first quarter coverage is brought to you by Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the IHSAA, championing youth through sports and education. And so Caden Klein will be the first quarterback to bring their offense out. Senior, leads all of Class 4A with 39 total touchdowns and 19 rushing touchdowns. We'll look at our starting lineups presented by Hy-Vee. As you see the Cardinals' weapons on offense. And it is Klein on the keeper, left side. And a big gain on first down for Caden Klein.
Do a great job. They read number 71 there. He comes upfield. Klein pulls it, have a tackle wrapping around the edge. Great play design and great execution.
Caden Klein, number 5. Second team All-State last year as an offensive utility. Now running the show and hands it off to Isaiah Hansen. And Hansen picks up 3 yards on the ground. Defensive pursuit was there. Bo Morio in on the tackle, the junior. As you see the Xavier defense here, brought to you by Hy-Vee.
Xavier's going to sit in that even defense, that 4-4. They do what they do, but they will do some stunning from that base package.
Morio, the top tackler on the team. Connor Ryan and Michael Bean also big time on the tackle, and a big carry. Hansen straight ahead, and just like that into Saints territory.
run orbit motion there, gave some action away. Outstanding blocking up front.
A 14-yard run by Klein on play one. Isaiah Hansen, a 20-yard gain on the third play from scrimmage. Now Klein looking to throw. He's throwing deep, looking for Coley, and it falls incomplete. Quan Coley did fall down, but looked like the pass was well out of his reach.
Great coverage by Xavier there. Obviously, number 10 was in great position there, was pretty well protected, but Xavier did a great job of being in good position to make a play on the deep throw.
Michael Bean at the cornerback position, one of the vocal leaders, a captain of this defense on the coverage. Klein fakes the handoff, takes it himself, and loses a yard. Great pursuit. And pumped up is Bo Morio.
Outstanding read by the linebacker there. Morio, watching him on film, he just really stood out to me as just a sound, stout linebacker who's a great tackler, reads his keys. That time wasn't fooled by the backfield action, stayed home and did a great job making play on the quarterback.
Xavier head coach Dwayne Schulte says he's a little more quiet than some of our other players. You see, he's fired up here to be playing inside the unit. And there's a batted pass in the backfield. It falls incomplete as Nolan Wilgenbush, the junior, leads the team in tackles for a loss, got the pressure, and got his hand up on it.
Yep, got pressure off the edge there, got a hand on that. Back was swinging out of the backfield open. They were going to have to make an open field tackle on that, but great stand here by Xavier on this opening drive.
Will Buren is the punter. And from inside the 5, Tyrese gets tackled and dropped at the 7-yard line. On the tackle, Colton Northcutt, a senior.
Great coverage here by Newton. Did a great job of putting him in the corner and obviously just having a one-way go there. Great tackle there. Just great special teams play in general there from Newton.
Newton with a couple of big plays on offense, but the Saints defense comes up with the stop, gets the football back. And now we see Cash Parks for the first time. 1,921 yards through the air, and on first down completes it to Ryan Kelly, the 5'9" senior on the left side.
The bubble screen is a staple of Xavier. If you don't want to walk that outside defender out, they're going to throw a bubble screen. It's a numbers game in the box, and in that situation, he was triangling number 2, and he decided to throw the bubble screen.
Hoffman, 1,000-yard rushers. You see the rest of the Xavier offense personnel and the Newton defenders that get the nod here in this state semifinal game. Carry straight ahead for Hoffman, who's able to stay on his feet, falls forward for a Xavier first down to have a little breathing room.
There's kind of not necessarily a power guard didn't pull, but the fullback kicked out there, and a shoestring tackle prevented a much bigger play.
About Hoffman, the running back, at 6'1", 180, gets the carry left side out across the 25, then falls forward to the 27, maybe give him the 28-yard line.
Once again, classic Xavier football. They line up and run power right at you, get off the football, did a nice job at the point of attack, and 7-yard gain as a result.
Back-to-back seasons, over 1,000 rushing yards for Carter Hoffman as a sophomore. He was a wide receiver on this Saints team. Now gets outside and across the 35. This is another Saints first down. They'll move the chains again.
Hoffman does a really good job that time of staying patient. Instead of taking it right to the perimeter, kind of dips in and then bounces it back outside. Out leverages the defender. Great run.
Parks throws out to the right side, completes it to Kelly. And Kelly's tackled at the 40-yard line. Caden Klein, he could do more than play quarterback. He'll make some tackles out there too, Coach.
Absolutely. Very versatile player. Xavier, once again, pre-snap, they have the look they want. Safety was playing off on number 2. They throw the bubble screen out there and force that edge player, overhang player to make a play in place.
And these bubble screens by Parks, they're going down as runs for Kelly's. The pass is going a little bit backwards, so still officially Cash Parks yet to attempt a pass as Hoffman goes straight ahead. Good pursuit up front by Newton. Short gain.
Outstanding job that time by Newton at the point of attack. Number 33 did a really good job of scraping over the top as Xavier was trying to run sweep.
Northcutt cut it up inside. That was Colt on the tackle, starting center and defensive end. And now a third down for Xavier, and the Newton crowd to their feet, making some noise. Parks throws downfield, completes it to Sam Luck. Across the 45 to the 44. And a huge third down conversion on the opening drive for the Saints.
Just a sprint out. The receiver did a great job of just settling just beyond the sticks. They run a flag route over the top. Outstanding execution from Xavier.
Sam Luck, 15 receptions on the season, just under 300 yards. He officially goes over 300 receiving yards with that catch in this 2025 season. Parks wants to throw. He's going deep, and it is nearly intercepted. Sam Luck could not track it, lost it, and Dawson Mackey nearly came up with a takeaway.
Little bubble go. After running the bubble screen a couple different times now, that corner's been biting up at the safety. He was able to stay back there and really was in a pretty good position to get an interception, but unfortunately didn't capitalize in that situation.
Second down and 10. I like after the big third down conversion, though, taking a shot. You too?
Absolutely.
There's the fake pitch. Now the pressure comes off the edge as the quarterback sack from Josh Lampy, the sophomore, backs up the Saints. Great read.
Outstanding read that time. Looks like they brought a stun off the edge there and didn't have anybody to account for him. Big play from the defense there. Now we have 3rd and long for Xavier. Puts them in a real precarious situation.
Lampy just 2 sacks on the season. His 3rd comes here in the semifinals on the Saints opening drive. Going deep, and again, Ryan Kelly, the receiver's not able to identify the ball. I think the ball's coming out a little early. Good pressure from Newton's defense.
Again, Newton's getting some pressure, and that's really has forced maybe an earlier throw, and a throw that he didn't want to necessarily make. Somebody got a hand up and got in his face. Just weren't on the same page there, and that's very unlike Xavier, to be honest with you. Some miscues in their pass game, which typically is very uncommon.
Finn Martin is the deep Cardinal to return the Anthony Trotta punt. Calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 20-yard line. So we talk up the quarterbacks. The defense has come out, Coach, playing lights out the first offensive possession for both teams.
Yes, they certainly have. Both have really rose to the occasion. I knew Xavier was going to do a great job defensively. They've always designed their team around that specifically.
All right, let's take a look at this Newton offense as they get ready to start their second drive. Handoff straight ahead goes to Isaiah Hansen.
Looked like power off tackle there. Xavier did a great job. Their front four does such a great job of using their hands and playing gap integrity.
Our Musco Lighting player spotlight today is Finn Martin, senior wide receiver for Newton. First time the Newton Cardinals have had a 1,000-yard receiver. Musco Lighting is the official and exclusive sports lighting provider of IHSAA. And a throw downfield nearly intercepted by Max Doherty. And whistles at the end of that as a penalty flag is around the initial line of scrimmage.
Typically a hold call from that, area of the field. Did a great job of flushing him out. But that is a concern too, because Caden Klein is a guy that can extend plays and make plays with both his arm and his feet. I would think they want to try to do a better job of keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
Well, a conversation there.
Illegal forward pass, number 5 of the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty from the point where he threw the football. Loss of down, 3rd down.
Good explanation from our officiating crew. As he kind of last minute, he thought, oh, maybe I can sneak one downfield. Caden Klein listed the 25th best football recruit by the Des Moines Register at the start of this season. Back to throw on 3rd and long. He throws one up looking for Martin. It falls incomplete.
Well covered there. They had him bracketed pretty well. Did a great job in coverage. Difficult situation to be 3rd and long against Xavier. Not a good position you want to be in against a great defensive outfit.
Max Doherty, Caleb Lofswold on the coverage. And back deep. That's Ty Weiss. Also Ryan Kelly back deep to receive the punt. It's kicked away. End over end punt, bounces at the 44 and fielded at midfield, and a cut up the middle. Dancing along the sidelines is Kelly, and Xavier will have excellent field position to start drive number 2.
Xavier does such an outstanding job of playing complementary football. They customarily get outstanding special teams play, stout on defense, and offensively they just do what they do and do it at a high level.
Parks up underneath center. He's looking to throw. Pressure comes from Felton and the pass falls incomplete. Zach Felton, like coming out of the track starting blocks here, went right after Parks.
Pressure right away and forced the quarterback to kind of bubble back a little bit, making that a very difficult throw there on the over route.
Felton, a senior, 35 tackles on the year. He has 7.5 tackles for a loss, second on the team behind only Nick Milburn. Parks looking to throw again. A pass back to the left side. Hoffman with a blocker in front of him gets run out of bounds by Klein. And it's going to be just short of the 30-yard line, 2 yards shy of the 1st down.
Xavier, they will do that. They will throw that screen when they feel that defenses are pinning their ears back and trying to get upfield. Great throwback screen to the back there. Outstanding play by Caden Klein. If he doesn't make that play, there was a for certain 1st down and perhaps a much bigger play.
3rd and short. Parks up underneath center. Hoffman is the tailback. The handoff. No, he keeps it. Parks keeps it himself. Looked like it bounced off the turf. He's got a 1st down inside the 20.
And that's what makes Xavier very difficult. They can line up in the eye and run their power, ISO, counter game, but then they can get under center and run the read game. They run belly and veer. They force you to play disciplined And that's difficult for a defensive lineman. You want to get off the ball to match their physical style, but at the same time, you have to be able to read what is happening, if I'm going to take the dive or if I'm taking the quarterback. So it really makes it difficult.
Parks lucky to get it back, too, pulling it out of the belly of Dustin Cook. Carry left side for Hoffman, stood up and stuck at the 15. Nick Milburn leads all Class 4A with over 100 tackles. He has 112 on the season.
Another player that on film really stood out. Did a great job of shedding that blocker and then making a great tackle on an outstanding running back.
First team All-State as a sophomore at that linebacker position. Parks an empty backfield. A quick throw to the right to Hoffman. Hoffman hit at the 15 and maybe gets a yard or two. The pursuit comes. A good initial hit as Caden Klein and Ali Yahia, the seniors, the first there.
Great tackle in space. Once again, Xavier, it's a numbers thing pre-game or pre-snap. If they feel that they've got the numbers, they're going to shoot it out there and let Parks make a play.
Third and 7. Parks looking to throw. Looks to the end zone. Incomplete. Ryan Kelly had a little separation between him and the defender. Parks just could not put it within grasp.
Yeah, he had the defender beat. Sprint out look. Just a hair overthrown. But did a great job, Xavier, of moving the football, taking advantage of a great, field position here. We need to capitalize with a field goal.
So 3-point try for Tyrese, and the Xavier Saints are on the board first, trying to get back to the championship game. They were last there in 2022 when they won it all. They have a 3-0 lead, and it started with that punt return. The defense set up a short field, and Parks and Hoffman went to work.
Yeah, it's that two-headed monster. Truly, Hoffman and Parks really make this offense go. As we know, it starts up front with great line play, but give credit to Newton for a great stop, inside the red zone. That was really key for them to get a stop in that situation, especially on that third and long where Xavier had an opportunity there. Parks had him open and just slightly overthrown him, but nonetheless, Xavier was able to come away with 3 points.
Head coaches for these two teams, for the Newton Cardinals, Andy Swedenjelm in year number 6, Dwayne Schulte for the Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints, year number 32, over 250 career victories. As Dwayne, co-offensive coordinator with his son Reggie Schulte, who was a quarterback on the UNI football team here in the Unidome back in his days. He says, man, I'm loving having my son back and being able to coach with him. Newton on the return, across the 20 out to the 29-yard line. Otto on the return, and Newton will try and respond after Xavier gets on the board.
Great return here by Newton. Set up here near the 30. We'll see if they get back to some of the same type of elements that they tried to execute in that first drive, mixing it up a little bit with run and pass. We'll see if they want to open it up. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to operate here on this third drive.
Carry left side for Klein, and Klein down the sideline. Man, he's got some speed, doesn't he? Klein, state track and field 200-meter champion. He was runner-up in the 400 hurdles and in the sprint medley relay.
He has a burst. A couple of their big explosive plays thus far have been in the Q run game with him reading it, pulling it around the edge. You can see that he is a dynamic playmaker, a true dual threat at the quarterback position.
He has an offer to play football at Army, still weighing his options, and keeps it dive straight ahead to the 45 to pick up 5 on first down.
Faking jet, fly sweep action, running quarterback counter away, but he hugged it really tight there. Really difficult, though, to run the counter schemes against this Xavier defense. They're so disciplined and read their keys really well. It's hard to get them out of position.
Zach Borcherdine was the Saint making the tackle out of his defensive tackle position. Movement on that offensive line is going to back up the Cardinals.
Still second down.
Well, first quarter coverage is brought to you by Iowa Farm Bureau, as sole title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Iowa Farm Bureau believes in competitive play and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, Farm Bureau is investing in Iowa's future. Man, day number 2 of the state football semifinals, and a lot of fun action already. Quan Coley on the carry, and not much there except the Saints defense. Is that Brady O'Donnell? It was number 12, Brady O'Donnell, 6'2" senior, comes up with the stop.
Yeah, a little counter there, trying to get Xavier out of position, but again, it's hard to get them out of position.
3rd and long. Klein is going to pitch it out to the right side and in space, and picking up the first down on the pitch. How about Nick Thomason coming up with the carries? 28th carry of the season. 1 rushing touchdown, almost 200 yards on the year. Gets a carry and a huge conversion on 3rd and long with the run game going.
A little read option there. Outstanding execution. Great play on the perimeter.
Thomason also at that state track and field championships. He was part of a 4x2 state championship team. Coley on the carry, gets just past the line of scrimmage, and we're at the end of 1, as this is the IHSAA football semifinals presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. 3-0 Saints over the Cardinals.
What does commitment mean? To protect what's important, to invest in the future. It means providing peace of mind. It's what reliable people do. It's what local banks do. Banking in Iowa goes beyond transactions. Banks work to help people and small businesses succeed. And Iowa banks are proud to be trusted partners in building confident banking relationships. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Professional Educators of Iowa, founded by teachers for teachers in 1981.
What I like is that it is former administrators, teachers. They are people that are invested into, hey, let's make something great better.
PEI, the Professional Association for Iowa's Independent Educators.
The best thing about Professional Educators of Iowa is it's right in our backyard. It feels like home.
Now more than ever, educators are choosing PEI.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. we're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
Health powers life, from the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted. When injuries, illness, or normal wear and tear lead to joint pain or discomfort, count on advanced orthopedic care at Mercy One. From joint replacement to sprains and fractures to physical therapy, our team can help you get back to the activities you enjoy, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
IHSAA Semifinal Football on the Hy-Vee Championship Network is brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud partner of IHSAA. Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. And by Sukup Manufacturing Company, the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. And by the Iowa Farm Bureau. From rural roots to statewide pride, Iowa Farm Bureau proudly supports student athletes across Iowa.
Hy-Vee is a proud partner of the IHSAA, bringing you all 14 games this week on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Alongside the longtime Solon head football coach Kevin Miller, I'm Brad Wells inside the Unidome. This is for a semifinal number 2, and this is Caden Klein showing off the speed inside the 15-yard line. The Newton Cardinals in the red zone.
Went heavy to the left side there and does a great job. They pull it around the edge, has his lead blockers. He cuts that inside and does a great job of making that defender miss and then springing back out to the outside. Once again, a real dynamic dual threat quarterback that can hurt you with his legs and with his arm.
32 yards on the ground. Klein with Hansen to his right. It's going to be a handoff to Hansen. Untouched to the 10-yard line and then gets dropped. Good tackle on the play, Carson Mahoney. Coming up out of his defensive back position.
Mahoney makes a great tackle there because there was a big hole in there. He comes up from his secondary position and gets him on the ground there, but just a simple power play off tackle with Newton doing a really good job of opening that C-gap up.
Now Klein goes empty backfield. Hansen in motion. It's going to be Klein straight ahead down to the 5-yard line. Markham at the 4. And that's going to be enough for a first down. So it's going to be 1st and goal.
Design Q run game, faking the jet action and just carrying it up inside from that pulling lineman. As you can see, he's got a real burst and explosiveness to him. You can see why he's an outstanding track athlete.
Excellent student in the classroom as well. Andy Swedenjelm in year number 6. Trying to put the Newton Cardinals in front. Hand off to Hansen, right side. Can he get around the corner? He cannot. How about the defense of Michael Bean?
It's Xavier once again on defense. They want to have you bounce everything out, but a great tackle in space there by Bean. Just simply they did a good job of forcing that to bounce outside with that overhang defender there and was able to make a great tackle there on a great back.
Yeah. 2nd down and goal now as Newton's backed up to the 6. Klein keeps it himself and gets to the 5-yard line. When you get close to the end zone, Coach, the field shrinks a little bit for the offense to try and work.
It certainly does. Using that jet action again and letting the quarterback counter away, trying to put the ball in the playmaker's hands. Obviously, he knows how to find the end zone.
Third and goal. Caden Klein straight ahead down to the 1-yard line. And this will be 4th down coming up from the 1.
And it looks like they're rolling the dice and going for it. Good decision. You're here. This is an opportunity to cash in.
Klein in shotgun, runs left, penalty flags come out. May have had movement in the backfield before the snap.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 77 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So Will Rollins, the senior, we'll see.
Yeah, unfortunate. Obviously, we're going to go for it in that situation. Looks like they're going to settle here for the field goal. Right decision in this situation.
Jackson Price, the junior, is the kicker. Michael Mattis, the snapper, and the holder is Micah Mattis. It is good, and we are tied. Both defenses bend just a little bit. They don't break. They hold them to just 3 points, and it started a nice kick return by Gabe Otto to get a little momentum, a little juice back for Newton.
And then they run that great option play there, and then they put the ball in Caden Klein's hands, and he just, once again, is a playmaker that really makes plays with his legs. And both defenses stiffened up when they need to, when they got opposing teams got inside the red zone. Credit to both defenses.
And the field goals are both good. So we were tied 3-3 here with semifinal football on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. As good crowds here inside the Unidome for this one, Newton and Xavier. The crowds certainly showing up. As you see the red filling the purple seats, the brand new purple seats, by the way. First year here at the state playoffs have seen the renovations that have happened over the spring and summertime. A little bobble at the 2-yard line and picking up, and now finding a seam on the outside. Watch out. Big kick return for the Saints. Will Foreman, the senior. A penalty flag back at the 20-yard line, but watch Foreman.
On the return, blocking the back, number 51 of the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st down, Xavier.
So a huge penalty is the return all the way across the 50.
Really unfortunate there, obviously. Sometimes when those returns, the returner fumbles it, for whatever reason, it changes the coverage, whether it's a punt or a kickoff. And there's many big plays that occur from a mishandled punt or kickoff.
There was a block in the back. It was on the left side of the screen as Foreman was starting to hit his lane, and Hoffman gets tripped up and dropped. Lampy comes up with another tackle in the backfield.
Lampy does a great job of coming off the edge, setting that edge, compressing that edge, and allowing that defense to really pursue from the inside out. That's what you have to do to this explosive offense, is you have to attack them and put them out of their element.
Jeff Richardson is the defensive coordinator for the Cardinals, and Here's a pass, and it's caught across the 25-yard line. How in the world did Dustin Cook hold on to that football?
Boy, he took a shot on that. That's great concentration. In fact, he had to turn around, was looking one way and had to spin around to make an outstanding catch. Great throw that time from Parks as well. Been off the mark on a few balls, but really put that one in there nicely.
Lampy delivered the pop, 1st and 10 for Cash Parks and company. Handoff left side. Ryan Kelly trying to get to the edge, but the pursuit comes as Landry Roush with a hit.
Really impressed with Newton's team speed on defense. Outstanding job there. They had strung that out to the sidelines there, had great pursuit from the inside. Great job.
And Coach, we get a list of state qualifiers in other sports, and man, there's a lot of track kids on this Newton Cardinals team, and there's a lot of kids that finished and placed really well at the state track championships as Parks throws at the feet of his intended receiver.
Sprint out look there, just a layered route. Just threw it short. Just that sit route.
So 3rd down and 12. See if Parks can settle in for another conversion here. He's connected on a couple big pass plays. He's going to go deep looking for Weiss, and it falls incomplete.
It appeared that Weiss had a step on him, did a double move, looked like he was going to run an out-breaking route, broke it back to the inside and just slightly overthrown, but had pressure that time and may have played an effect on the throw there.
Back to kick it away, Anthony Trotta. As Finn Martin back deep, awaits the punt, catches it at the 41-yard line. To the right side, and then the Saints jerseys meet at number 8, Finn Martin. We talked about him, first 1,000 receiving player in Newton history. Coach, he's also going to swim at Notre Dame. He's a 3-time swimming state champion.
That is pretty impressive, honestly, and a rare combination because I know the commitment that's required to be an elite swimmer.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about his commitment to both football as well as swimming.
6'2", 190. Has that big body, a little smaller than Michael Phelps perhaps, but fake the handoff to Hansen and Klein. Klein now behind the defense. Can he run away from him? Yes! Caden Klein with a touchdown.
Outstanding run here by Caden Klein. Let's take a look. Great execution up front. Give a false pull away. He carries it away from the pulling lineman. The backer slightly goes with the pull, opens that up a little bit, and all he needed was just a sliver, and he took it and again showed that sprinter speed as he took it to the end zone.
Extra point is good. It's a 58-yard touchdown run for Caden Klein. Just like that, goes over 100 yards rushing already. He's at 130. And it looked like for a second Bean was going to be able to hold on. But Klein just kept the foot on the gas. He's a strong runner, isn't he, Coach?
He certainly is. They do a great job schematically in using him in the Q run game in a variety of different schemes that not only Q power, but also the read game. And there was a false pull, which using Xavier's discipline against them, which is hard to do, but a great scheme that paid huge dividends.
Head coach Andy Swedenjelm says Caden Klein has grown a ton. He's cut down on his turnovers, and he really took it upon himself as this kick goes out of the end zone. The Saints will start at the 20. For Klein, last year second-team All-State as an offensive utility player. Coach, he worked with a quarterback trainer and is kind of debating between football and track and field, as an offer from Army to play football. Might be some track coaches really perking up right about now.
He's got a difficult decision to make.
That's a really tough decision to make.
I should say, great football player, and you see the track speed.
The Saints find themselves trailing for the first time in this football game. And a handoff straight ahead, a gain of just 1 on the ground for Hoffman.
Xavier running power. Newton does a great job of holding the point and getting that great linebacker play to fill that gap.
Nick Milburn in on the tackle with Colby Ravel. Second down, 8 yards to go. Pass to the right side, jumping the route. There's a Newton defender, but Kelly able to make him miss and get out to the 27-yard line to make it 3rd and 3 coming up.
Had numbers out of the 3 receivers set here. Does a great job of making a defender miss. Receiver did a great job of initially reading that screen, but was unable to get him on the ground.
Xavier needs the 30-yard line. Parks hands off to the dive, and it is smothered. Lampy and on in there on the tackle. Milburn, of course, is around the football. Oh, and Milburn, one of the first to hit him. Lampy and on hit him on the side. Cook on the carry, and 4th and short, deep and down 7. Saints have to punt it away.
Yeah, I went with like the belly or beer read there, and it was a give. They did a great job of playing assignment football.
Try to kick it away. It's a good leg underneath it, and making the fair catch is Martin at the 43-yard line. Last drive for Newton started at the 42, and Caden Klein took it 58 yards to the house.
Great field position here starting for Newton. Curious if they're going to continue to stay with the Q run game. Haven't really thrown the football as much as we had anticipated here prior to the game. It'll be interesting if they're going to try to get Martin involved in the pass game.
Yeah, both teams close to 50-50 in terms of passing yards and rushing yards. And back to throw on first down is Klein. Now wants to tuck it and run. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good defensive pressure and pursuit. Brady O'Donnell in there on the tackle, and Bo Morio was closing in.
Great pressure that time from the front of Xavier. Newton had a crosser that was coming open, but that pressure really eliminated that opportunity for them to exploit. Great defense from Xavier.
Jim O'Connell, defensive coordinator for the Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints, trying to slow down this Cardinals offense, and stood up at the 45, falls forward to the 47-yard line. On the carry is Isaiah Hansen.
Little counter there off jet action. Xavier does a really good job of bottling that up and not allowing him to get downhill.
Clock here in the second quarter winds down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Approaching halftime. Klein straight back to throw. He's going to go over the middle looking for Hansen. Oh, it's broken up. Hansen hit the turf really hard. How about the coverage from Carson Mahoney to go up and knock that ball away?
Mahoney does a great job there of high pointing that. Threw it into double coverage there. They had quads, difficult to defend. They still stayed in that 5-box shell. Did a great job in coverage there. I didn't see anybody open.
Hansen able to walk off the field for Newton. He landed really hard on the side. And here's a bobbled snap, and now the football is loose as punting it away was Zach Felton, and he dropped the snap and then rushed the kick and barely got a piece of it here. So the Saints are going to get great field position.
They are. Big break here for Xavier. Newton was unable to really take advantage of great field position. They had a short field here and couldn't take advantage, and then have a botched punt. Now Xavier has great field position as well.
Felton in there at that defensive end position. Closest to us. Back to throw is Parks. Parks looking over the middle of the field. Wide open is Cook. Cook inside the 10. First and goal for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Right off of a mishap, unfortunate special teams play, Xavier takes a shot. Another staple of what Xavier really likes to do in those transition opportunities is take a shot, especially with the short field. Wide open receiver running right down the middle of the field. Excellent execution here from Xavier. And a breakdown or bust in coverage from Newton.
And Ali Yahia slow to get up. Play is stopped. We'll get a couple extra looks of Cook's fantastic catch. You see landing on top of Yahia as he's being helped off by trainers Matt Scotton and Sam Griffin at the moment. But first and goal now from the 4. And now the Saints an opportunity to try and tie it up before halftime. Parks under pressure, throws, and it's intercepted at the goal line. It's picked off, and Mackey takes it out to the 25-yard line.
Wow. Major turn of events there. Have the ball on the 5-yard line. Have a big target there. All you need to really do is just, who was in the back of the end zone, the backside tight end was coming on a drag and had him. He just underthrew it a little bit. Unfortunate situation here for Xavier. They need to bow up here defensively and get a defensive stand, but give Newton credit on a big defensive play in a critical moment in the game.
Dawson Mackey, his 6th interception of the season. None bigger than that one in the state semifinal, with the #1 team in all of 4A knocking on the door to punch some points up. Here's the carry straight ahead by Hansen. Gain of just 2.
Xavier's really settling in now with that front 4, doing a really good job of playing with their hands, which they always do, and controlling their gaps.
Klein looking to throw, throws out into the flats, has Hansen across the 35-yard line. Drug out of bounds at the 39 by Max Doherty.
Just cleared out. Back runs just kind of a arrow route out of the backfield. Simple concept.
Doherty at the state track meet a qualifier in the high jump for the Saints. Some track athletes as well. Klein looking for a quick screen. It is caught, but caught for a loss of 4 yards. Xavier was all over that one. Sam Schimberg on the tackle.
That was well read. You see that defensive end extend. He read that tackle, extend out, and got in his hip pocket. Really nice job there.
Wilgenbush almost with the interception as well. There's a look at Schimberg, junior linebacker, 6 foot, 186. In motion is Madison. The handoff, or the keeper, up the middle across the 40. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 2.
Newton's got a decision to make here, whether they're going to attack or they're just being content going into halftime up 10-3.
Well, and having a punt that just had miscues, they may try and dial up one to move the chains here. Klein on the reverse to Martin. Martin hit in the backfield, and all over him was Wilgenbush. Huge play by 81.
Absolutely. Great discipline in staying home on the backside there. Reverse did a great job of just staying back.
So the Saints take a timeout to stop the clock, force Newton to punt it away.
Xavier, please put 17 seconds on the clock. 1-7.
They'll add a couple of ticks, but if you're the Saints, you're thinking, all right, make them punt again, right? They just had the low snap that was bobbled and had great field position, and they've shown their ability to hit shots downfield here.
I anticipate Xavier's going to really come after the punter here. And their special teams play has always been stellar. They play complementary football. They truly do. Their special teams are outstanding. We know their defense is stout, and offensively, they're just consistent with what they do.
Zach Felton back to punt once again. The snap is good and the kick is away, fielded at the 32. The Saints trying to set up an edge, and they've got a big edge on the right side. Inside the 30-yard line goes Ryan Kelly, and there's 2 seconds left and a penalty flag is out. The Saints may have an opportunity here for one play. We'll see if the penalty moves them closer or moves them back. What a great wall set up.
Holding, number 81 of the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Xavier.
So the penalty on Wilgenbush after making the huge stop on 3rd down. I think it'll come into our screen. It's downfield. Right there's 81 at the 45. Ooh. That's tough to get a holding penalty on that. It backs him up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that's an interesting one there.
So 2 seconds, one play here for Cash Parks. Parks rolls to his right and just throws it away. Didn't have enough time to let his receivers get downfield, and the pressure was in his face, and that is our halftime score. 10-3, 7th seeded Newton with the lead over the top seeded Saints of Cedar Rapids Xavier. You're watching the IHSAA football semifinals presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We'll be right back here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you can rise to meet it. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,800.
Visit GoKubota.com today to find your local Kubota dealer. High school activities have given me the opportunity to get involved and make new friends.
Compete in sports that I love and meet new people.
Do something I love while building the programs in my community.
Not just be a role model off the court, but also be a role model on the court.
Make connections and meet new people.
They give me a reason to work hard and better myself for the future. Set good examples to the younger athletes.
Have a positive impact on my community.
Help us support Iowa high school activities.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Halftime coverage is brought to you by Northwest Bank, proud to power our local communities with personal and business banking that never stops working for you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Unidome. We have reached the Northwest Bank halftime show of our second last 4A semifinal. As through 2 quarters, 10-7 is our score. 7th-seeded Newton leading the top-seeded and unbeaten Xavier Saints. Well, just like a great team, success in business takes planning, dedication, and trust. That's why businesses count on Northwest Bank, where personal and business banking never stops working for you. Member FDIC. With the teams in the locker room, we will step aside for a message from title sponsor Iowa Farm Bureau and a fun highlight of champions from the last school year at the Athletic Association.
Thanks for joining us for the 2025 IHSAA State Football Championships. I'm Chris Cuellar, Communications Director at the Iowa High School Athletic Association. We hope you're enjoying the competition our member schools are putting on today. At the Iowa High School Athletic Association, we're deeply grateful for the incredible support that makes this event possible, and no partner plays a more pivotal role than our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau. With me here today is Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Good to be with you, Chris.
First off, I'd like to thank the Iowa Farm Bureau for being the sole title sponsor of our state football championships and a longtime supporter of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. What do you think makes education-based activities so special in Iowa, and why is it important for organizations like Iowa Farm Bureau to be involved with events like this?
Well, Chris, at the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools go hand in hand. Just as the student athletes competing here today are among the nation's best, Iowa's farmers are among the nation's most productive, leading the way in corn, hog, and ethanol production, but also in pioneering conservation efforts. Iowa ranks #1 in water quality, wetlands, bioreactors, grassed waterways, filter and buffer strips, pollinator habitats, and conservation tillage. As proud title sponsors, we're excited to celebrate the strength and spirit of Iowa's farmers and student athletes. Their resilience defines what it means to be farm strong and makes these games and our state truly special.
With these games being a high point of the high school experience for so many student athletes, can you describe how Iowa Farm Bureau makes sure its sponsorship goes beyond the event itself?
The championship games are an important moment, but we want our impact to last much longer. That's why we're proud to support them throughout the year through our work with the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Girls Union to sponsor concussion insurance at no cost for all boys and girls participating in the practice and play of all sports sanctioned by the organizations. It's an extremely important program and just one way that we feel we can help look out for the long-term well-being of student athletes. In addition to concussion coverage, the Iowa Farm Bureau is one of the state's largest scholarship providers, contributing over $250,000 in scholarships each year to Iowa's students. Right now, we're accepting applications for our scholarships, so we encourage students to visit our website for more information. And knowing teachers play a critical role in shaping our students' futures, we also provide grant programs to help educators offset costs for much-needed education resources, helping to enhance classroom experiences in schools across Iowa.
Adding to that incredible list of support, the Iowa Farm Bureau also sponsors the IHSAA's Governor Scholar Recognition Ceremony. I always see members of the Farm Bureau team at the event alongside our Athletic Association staff. Could you share why you think it's so important for your organization to be involved?
At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that today's students are the future leaders of our state. By supporting the Iowa Governor's Scholar Program, we have the privilege of being present to honor more than 400 of Iowa's brightest academic achievers. These students are not only excelling in their classrooms, but they are also the future leaders who will help shape Iowa's progress. This initiative is deeply important to our organization, our members, and all Iowans, as it highlights the value of education and leadership in moving Iowa forward.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Brent, and for your continued support of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Your partnership has been essential in helping us grow student services through recognition programs, grants, and scholarships. We truly appreciate your commitment to education-based activities and the students we serve across Iowa.
I don't get it. Why is there uneven crop emergence out here?
Great question, Jill. From what I've seen, soil compaction from your sprayers and grain carts is the likely culprit. This can hinder root penetration and emergence along field edges.
What would I do without you, Tom?
Hey, that's what I'm here for. Let's catch up later. I'm needed over in Monroe County.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Channel, all in, all season.
Nice guy.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
You love our lineup of legendary Pizza Ranch pizzas. And now, get ready to love the Big Popper. Loaded with cream cheese, Italian sausage, jalapenos, sweet peppadew peppers, and a honey hot sauce drizzle. A little sweet, a little heat, and a whole lot of flavor. Try the Big Popper Pizza, along with our new Chicky Chicky Boom Boom Salad. Only for a limited time, only at Pizza Ranch.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Hello and welcome to the Iowa High School Athletic Association's Football Halftime. I'm Communications Director Chris Cuellar, and joining me today is ISL Education Lending President and CEO Steve McCullough. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Can you explain what the synergies are between what the Athletic Association is doing and what the work of ISL Education Lending for Iowa students?
Well, our purpose is to help students and families succeed in education and career after high school. As a nonprofit, we offer low-cost private student loans. We also offer scholarships and college planning tools to help families make wise choices.
I assume there's some people watching who just heard the word scholarships. Can you tell me a little more about that?
So, right now, you can register to win one of 45 $1,000 scholarships. They're for high school students, college students, and their parents. And you can register at iowastudentloan.org, or you can scan the QR code on the video board. You need to register by December 5th.
What are some other resources that people should take away here about ISL education lending?
Well, we just launched a new scholarship search service called Step 1 Scholarship Search. It's free for use, and it's customized and personalized so you can find scholarships that are a match for you. For more information about Step 1 Scholarship Search Service or any of our other programs, go to iowastudentloan.org.
We got a lot of overlap there with our high school students either on the field or hopefully watching at home. Hopefully they can take advantage of those resources. Steve, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Into the end zone. Wow, it's a great pull. Here again. Wants to throw deep. Has a man open. Coopney catches him at the 10. Tracked into the end zone.
And the celebration begins here for the Grundy Center Spartans.
A wide open receiver. Makes the catch and pulls into the end zone for a touchdown. What a performance. North Polk goes undefeated. They will hoist the state's biggest trophy. Down the lane, off balance, Jackson with 2 seconds left, and this one is over. Jaden McGregory. Oh my word.
Robles and scores! What an unbelievable strike.
Here's Vanderlaan crossing home plate. And that is the ball game. And Iowa City High has won their first ever title in baseball.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
What does commitment mean? To protect what's important? To invest in the future? It means providing peace of mind. It's what reliable people do. It's what local banks do. Banking in Iowa goes beyond transactions. Banks work to help people and small businesses succeed. And Iowa banks are proud to be trusted partners in building confident banking relationships. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Need money for college? Our scholarship registration is quick and easy. ISL Education Lending Scholarship is open to both students and parents. Visit iowastudentloan.org/award for details. Multiple awards are available, and you'll learn valuable financial literacy tips as part of the process. Register online today for your chance to win $1,000.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Halftime was brought to you by Northwest Bank, proud to power our local communities with personal and business banking that never stops working for you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Northwest Bank halftime show here in Class 4A semifinal number 2. It is the Newton Cardinals with a 10-3 lead over the top-seeded and unbeaten Xavier Saints. And Coach, you expect good adjustments from both teams. The defenses played really well that first half, and we'll get ready to take a look at our first half stats brought to you by Sukup. But some adjustments you expect will be made.
Yeah, I think both teams will come out with a different approach to a certain degree. I know Xavier usually makes really good adjustments at halftime, and I'm sure Newton will as well.
Head coach Dwayne Schulte adjusting for the Saints, and Andy Sweden, gentlemen, will be making Cardinals adjustments. Here's a look at our first half numbers. Pretty balanced overall. You think about that big 58-yard touchdown run by Caden Klein and the turnover by the Saints, really the two big factors. But third down, fourth down, both teams struggling, coaches. The defenses are putting them in bad spots.
Great point, Brad. You're right. When it comes to the third down and fourth down conversions, especially on third down, both Newton and Xavier are struggling to convert those third downs, and it's important in a game of this magnitude to be able to convert on those third downs. And Xavier had, a short field there and was unable to capitalize. And there were just some storylines that really stood out. Where obviously Caden Klein in the key run game, Newton's defense, and Xavier's offense just hasn't, really showcased what they're capable of. And I think the second half, I anticipate that that's going to be the case.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, closed captioning on today's over-the-air networks is presented by Sukup Manufacturing. Sukup is the world's largest family-owned grain bin manufacturer and a proud supporter of Iowa high school activities. Yes, this has been the Northwest Bank halftime show. Northwest Bank, proud to power our local communities with personal and business banking that never stops working for you. Member FDIC. You're watching the IHSAA football semifinals presented by Iowa Farm Bureau as the second half is here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. Well, as sole title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, Iowa Farm Bureau provides millions of dollars in awards, recognition programs, grants, and scholarships, helping to support student achievement on the field and in the classroom. The Saints with the football to begin quarter number 3. And a completion on the left side out to Ryan Kelly. A good start for the Saints.
Ryan Kelly just has that ability to make plays when he has the ball in his hands. He's that prototype Julian Edelman type.
Yeah.
Right, small in stature, but dangerous when he has the ball in his hands.
And he's a senior. He could be a good piece for a college football program. Uncommitted, would love to play some football at the next level. The pitch to Hoffman, trying to get the edge. Great pursuit from Nick Milburn.
A little bit of that triple option. We talk about the belly. In comes down on the dive. Pitch to Hoffman. Milburn does a great job of pursuing from his linebacker position and finishing off Hoffman on the sidelines.
It's a big man, Nick Milburn, 6'3", 225. At the state track and field championships as a shot put in discus thrower. He looks like he could be in there on a sprint relay.
He's very active.
Fumble, ball is out, and Newton covers it up.
Went back to the read game. Looks like they run veer there. Guy comes down. I don't know if he was trying to pull it on the mesh, but ends up putting it on the turf. That's one of the elements of the read game, right? There's little veer action, pulls it, and I think he was anticipating the back was going to take it, and as a result, put it on the turf, and a turnover there at a pretty compromising position here as Newton starts with a very short field.
Colt on the center, falls on it. He's also the starting defensive end. All of a sudden saw it right at his feet. So second turnover, an interception by Newton. Now a fumble recovery, and on first down, Isaiah Hansen with the carry. Give him 9.
Newton giving their own dose of the read game. You see that tackle come down on the back, pitching off the defensive end, and they pull that tackle around the edge. Really interesting concept there out of the shotgun read game.
Klein does it well, and Hansen, an excellent runner. Here's a carry straight ahead for Hansen. Again, Hansen over 1,200 rushing yards coming into this football game. He's under 50 on the game as Caden Klein has found the seams in the defense thus far. Over 130 rushing yards for him, and just 8 passing yards for this Newton passing attack. And think about that, Klein, 1,700 passing yards on the season in their 11 games. Certainly they have shown the ability this season. There's another carry for Hansen, who gets driven backwards and out of bounds. A big loss. And Hansen frustrated with himself, like he spiked the football over there on the sideline.
ASU 81 does a phenomenal job of closing that down. He squeezes it down with the tackle, gets it to spill outside. He knows he's got an outside support player. Does a great job of extending that play and stringing it out for help. Excellent defense there from Xavier.
So 2nd and 18, and the play clock winding down to 5-4. They hurry to the line. Klein trying to get him set, and Coach Swedenjelm is going to take a timeout and talk things over here in this third quarter. Well, this Newton Cardinals team, quite a season for them, Coach. They won the program's 600th game. It was on homecoming against Indianola. Their only loss came in week 2 to North Polk, 16-13. Since then, they won a close game over Pella, 35-33. The Pella Dutch are awaiting the winner of this game to play in that championship game as they defeated Sergeant Bluff Luton. You see right there, championship game will be played on Thursday at 7 o'clock, 1 week from tonight on Iowa PBS. Also, Newton was in the news a ton. T-Mobile had this little contest going, you might remember, and it was Friday night, 5G lights, and Newton, it was social media, get a bunch of fan votes. Maybe you're not on social media. You're giving me this look like you don't know what's happening, Coach. So T-Mobile was giving away $1 million to renovate a football stadium. Newton finished in the top 25, so they didn't win the $1 million, but they got $25,000 that they'll get to put towards their facilities. I heard it's going to maybe stadium lights, an upgrade. Klein completes it. He's back to the initial line of scrimmage. The pass caught by Finn Martin. But that's fun. Just get a little extra boost for the stadium and the school.
That is a really cool initiative. It shows my age that I'm not aware of that even taking place.
All right, 3rd down now and 11. And the Newton Cardinals build on their 7-point lead and create something here. Play clock down to 5. Klein straight back to throw. Pressure comes. He heaves it towards the end zone looking for Martin. Is it caught? It is. It's a touchdown. Finn Martin brings it in.
What a catch. Into double coverage, just goes up and above the defenders, and it appears that his feet are in. From the replay here, let's take a look.
Oh, wow, foot down right there. Down.
Great play. Tremendous ball skills. High pointed the ball in the midst of 2 defenders there. Initially, when I saw Klein throw that up, I'm like, boy, I'm not sure that was a good decision on his part, but an outstanding play by Martin to come down with that in traffic.
And now asking for an explanation, Dwayne Schulte. I saw somebody over on the Xavier bench signaling illegal motion. And so having a conversation now. Is there a penalty flag out there? Or is this...
The touchdown is good. After the play, we have an unsportsmanlike conduct to number 8. That 15-yard penalty being enforced on the kickoff.
So there you saw the explanation. Man, what a catch in the back of the end zone. And getting his student section pumped up.
He's excited, and obviously I understand, you know, that's part of the game.
It is a 14-point lead for the 7th-seeded Newton Cardinals here in the 3rd quarter. Caden Klein, 58-yard touchdown run in the first half, now does it with his arm. 22-yard touchdown pass. Finn Martin just went up and got it, Coach.
Sometimes you just have to trust your playmakers, and Martin's a playmaker, which is evident through obviously having over 1,000 yards in receiving here this year. First receiver, I believe, in Newton history to do that.
Yep.
I'm not sure if he's the leading receiver in 4A, but I believe
4A, he leads in touchdown receptions. I think he is at number 1 in receiving yards as well. And again, he's going to go swim at Notre Dame. Future Fighting Irish swimmer right there as well. Multi-sport athletes, man. Coaches love them. Coaches in every sport love them, don't they?
If he keeps making plays like that, perhaps Coach Freeman from Notre Dame might be giving him a call.
Played 2 sports in college. Why not? 17-3. Kickoff fielded at the 35 and taken back to the 50. So the penalty that was called on Martin is going to give the Saints field position right at midfield. Dawson Doyle on the kick return, and back to work goes Cash Parks and the Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints offense. Parks just 4 for 12 passing in the first half. Coach, you and I were talking about his completion percentage during the season. He's completing 77% of his passes, and in the first half just 4 of 12 at 33%. Here's a reverse, the end around, showing the speed and the wiggle. A pickup of 17 on first down. for Tyrese.
Great play call coming off of a score here, and I fully anticipate Xavier's going to respond, and I believe Parks is going to respond as well by orchestrating, not only this drive, but I anticipate there's going to be some opportunities for him to make some plays here in this second half.
Parks, the quarterback, 6'2", 205 pounds. He's back to throw. Throws downfield right on the edge and right on the money. What a diving catch that was by A.J. Evans, the future basketball player at James Madison.
Now that's what I've come to expect. And that was a great throw. That was a dime thrown right on the money on a play action pass. Great concept, delivered a strike.
Made it to the state basketball tournament last March. And now Parks on the keeper, gets gobbled up. Colton Northcutt, the linebacker, all over that play.
Northcutt has played well today. They've sent him on some stunts as well, and he's made several plays in the backfield. Just an athlete that runs really, really well from his linebacker position.
Northcutt on the season, second leading tackler on this team, has over 50 tackles coming in. Parks facing a 2nd down and 12. The Saints in the red zone here inside the 20, throwing to the end zone. Oh, going up and making the catch and bringing it in is Evans. And the Saints have their first touchdown of the game.
It appears that Xavier took a play out of Newton's playbook and just throw it up to a playmaker, let him make a play.
Oh, man, look at the play made here.
That's all you have to do. It's a jump ball. Let him use his size, high point it. Great play. Outstanding.
Absolutely incredible.
Great response from Xavier here.
And the extra point is good after trailing by 14 points. The Saints offense immediately capitalizes and puts a touchdown up on the board. Parks throws it up. Evans goes up and gets it and catches it twice to secure the score.
I'm not sure that was part of the combination that they wanted to run there, having 3 receivers in the same spot, but nonetheless, it served its purpose with AJ coming down with a big catch in that situation, and now a great response from Xavier. I fully anticipate they're going to settle in here on defense as well, and we're going to see how Newton then responds. After a pretty quiet first half, now we have some fireworks here in the second half.
This is what we expected, right? We talked about quarterback play, the offenses, all the yards they're putting up in the very open, and the defenses were locked in the first 2 quarters, and now here in the 3rd quarter, offenses starting to find their footing, aren't they?
I believe they certainly are. It could be attributed to some great adjustments offensively from the offensive staff from both programs.
Kick is deep. And Martin gets tripped up, stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good tackle on the play. I believe it was Oliver Beamer that made that stop. Head coach Andy Swedenjelm in year number 6 for Swedenjelm. 12 years he's been at Newton, was the head wrestling coach for 7 years, and then became the head football coach. Gave up the wrestling. He teaches health and strength and conditioning classes at Newton. Had been an assistant at Ottumwa and a GA at Truman State, where he played after he graduated from Dowling Catholic. Handoff straight ahead to Hansen. And Hansen keeping his legs moving. Gets out to the 21, a gain of 4.
Nice play here on first down to get a positive gain. And back to Coach, Sweeten-Jump, he's done a tremendous job. It's great to see a program who has, struggled here, but then now has really evolved, and to see them experience the type of success that they're experiencing. And you can see that by the support that the Newton community here has shown.
Klein keeps it himself, and he gets bottled up on the tackle. Bo Morio, and he is pumped up, ready for the Saints defense to make a stand.
Xavier did a really good job of playing that defensive end, played that, just kind of sat. Quarterback kept it, and then the middle linebacker did a great job of reading his keys and stayed home.
The Saints fans making some noise. Klein rolls to his right. He's going to keep it. Oh, and he takes a shot. Oh, watch out. Jack Schimberg. Oh, man. Bo Morio got him low, and Jack Schimberg went high, and wow. Schimberg, the 6-foot senior, a captain on that defense, comes up with a huge stop. Klein was hunting for that first down.
He certainly was. Excellent play there by Xavier defense.
A little trickeration here on 4th down. Newton goes for it, and they get stopped. Oh, the Saints come up with a huge stop. Nolan Wilgenbush on the tackle. And the Saints with great field position. Klein thought he had numbers, so he called for the snap.
Yeah, an interesting call in a situation like that. Obviously, Xavier's now got some momentum. This is a big drive here for both programs. We're going to see how each responds.
Two electric offenses. The Saints go to work. Pitch right side. Hoffman to cutback. Hoffman to the 15. Inside the 10. First and goal. Carter Hoffman.
There's a toss. Outstanding job of blocking on the perimeter. Overall, great execution.
The Saints trailed by 14 points just a few minutes ago. Now Parks in the offense, an opportunity to tie it up here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff straight ahead. Oh, staying on his feet as Cooks battles down to the 5-yard line. On the tackle, Zach Felton. A.J. Evans' touchdown reception, coach, came at the 9:38 mark, just 2 minutes 20 seconds ago, and the Saints right back into scoring position. Parks hands it off straight ahead into the end zone for a touchdown. Dustin Cook with the score.
Yeah, just simple fullback belly off tackle there. Xavier does a great job of coming off the football.
At least the extra point is good. And we are all knotted up at 17. Coach, it started by Newton going for it on 4th down and 4.
Yeah. Interesting decision. I see, especially with the bobbled snap, right? Maybe there's, an issue concerned with, whether it be the snapper, the punter catching the snap. They just didn't feel comfortable about snapping it and punting it from that position. But obviously a compromising, field position to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And obviously here, Xavier converted, and now we got a great ball game with starting by 10, what was it, 10-3 at half, and now we are 17-17 with 5 minutes left in the third. So now kind of living up to the billing. Initially, we thought this was going to be a high-scoring affair, and at least we don't look like liars now.
Well, the last time the Xavier Saints were in the Dome, 2022, they finished that year as 4A state champions. I asked him about the seniors. Anyone plays freshman? He said, nope, not on that team. He was upperclassmen. They're also 3A champs in 2017 and 2018. And trying to get back into the title game. Martin slides down at the 18-yard line. Another good special teams tackle by the Saints, who have a ton of momentum. Meanwhile, coach, for the Newton Cardinals, this is their 4th straight year making the playoffs, their first year winning a playoff game, and the first time into the semifinals since 1992. It was so long ago. The semifinals were hosted by Newton, and just a championship game was played here in the Unidome. They're trying to get into the championship game. Straight up the middle. Big run for Hansen. And Hansen picks up 10 to move the chains.
Great gain here on first down. Did a nice job of executing up front. But back to, Newton, being here for the first time since 1997. Here's Xavier, who's been here consistently. There's something to be said about experience.
Yep.
And we talked about it in the first game. You can't replicate it.
1st and 10. Thomason in motion. The throw over the middle. Oh, and Martin takes a shot. He holds onto it somehow. Carson Mahoney with the tackle, but Finn Martin comes up with catch number 4 on the day.
Looks like a little RPO there. That defender that the reading came into the box in the run game, and he threw off of him. Great throw and catch there by Martin, especially having to endure a pretty punishing tackle.
Musco lining players spotlight Finn Martin. He will swim collegiately at Notre Dame. Here's a handoff straight ahead, fighting across the 35. He got hit at the 34. He ends up at the 38-yard line. Motoring Isaiah Hansen right here.
Run the counter, trade back away from orbit motion. Once again, did a really good job, Newton, up front of eliminating the point of attack. Typically, counter is a very difficult play to run against Xavier because they do a great job of reading and reacting to that down block.
There's a handoff to Thomason. Jet sweep to the right side. This is another Newton track star off to the races. A gain of 9. And it's 2nd and 1.
You can see that track speed and getting their athletes out in space, whether it be jet sweeps or the quarterback run game. That is where they've really made hay offensively.
Isaiah Hansen hearing good things from Iowa State football too about a future. And here's a throw by Quan Coley. Penalty flag comes out in the backfield. Now a penalty flag comes out here as Coley threw it away, and really no receiver in the area.
I think you're going to have a couple different penalties. Obviously, there are illegal linemen downfield as well on that, and there was no receiver in the area. So I think Xavier's going to have an opportunity to decide upon which penalty they're going to accept here.
Meeting of the minds here, 3:09 to play in the third quarter. Alongside the coach Kevin Miller, I'm Brad Wells.
We have 2 penalties on the play, both by the offense. Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense, that penalty is declined. Intentional grounding on the quarterback, number 5. 5-yard penalty from the spot where he threw the football. And that'll be a loss of down, 3rd down.
Intentional grounding actually on Quan Coley, the running back, who took the handoff, and you see right here, then looked to throw it and just threw it out of bounds. And kind of just tried to avoid the loss. You think about it, he's out of the tackle box. The pass went past the line of scrimmage, but nobody anywhere close downfield. So Newton now 3rd down and 13. Caden Klein at quarterback. Straight back to throw. He's got Coley open. Oh, and it hit Coley, but he couldn't hold on. It falls incomplete. Coley just went straight down the field, and no one picked him up. He'll come right into your screen. And just over the top of Carson Mahoney. A great ball from Klein, just couldn't convert it.
Yeah, the safety undercut that there, trying to make a play, and fortunately, the Newton receiver, Coley, was unable to come down with it.
Newton in punt formation. Snap is good. The punt is away. Bounces at the 38 and fielded inside the 30-yard line by Weiss. Driven out of bounds. And it will be Xavier Saints football. And the offense for Cedar Rapids Xavier started to find some rhythm, coach, the last couple of drives. 2 touchdowns.
They certainly appear to be clicking. I anticipate they've made some adjustments at halftime, and now they're executing at a higher level, and they've certainly got momentum now here.
Handoff left side. Breaking a tackle, Carter Hoffman. Hoffman to the races. The 20, the 10, and a score, a penalty flag back near midfield. This could be a 65-yard touchdown run, but it looks like it's coming back.
Yep, I believe there's a holding there on number 13. You'll see it right in the center of your screen there. 18 holds him and pulls him down.
Yep, that's a good call. Flag comes out right away.
Holding, number 18 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
You see it again, Hoffman right there. There you see the holding right there. The left side of your screen. It's a tie ball game. The Saints. It's first down. It's a spot penalty. So it's first down and 3 because they back it up from where the play is, and you replay the down. So you replay first down, but now from the 42-yard line. Now Parks wants to throw. Throwing deep, looking for Kelly, and it's knocked away. Good defense from Dawson Mackey.
Well covered, and it was a really well thrown ball. Mackey did a great job of obviously getting a hand up there and reacting to the football. That's just really good coverage.
And I like the coaches going to Kelly too. Give him an opportunity to make up for that holding penalty the play prior. Second down. Parks under center. Hands it off to Hoffman. Hoffman straight ahead. He's loose again. Into Cardinals territory and down to the 33-yard line.
Just a simple gap scheme off tackle, block everything down, fullback kicks out the end, really didn't pull the backside guard.
Hoffman had 25 rushing yards in the first half. He's now over 90 on the ground for the game. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Just run the same play to the backside, the opposite side. They'll have that overhang defender there fall in on it.
Parks hands it off to Hoffman. Hoffman close to another first down. Going to be a half-yard shy of moving the chains. Third down coming up.
Now Xavier is really starting to get the run game going. Right side of the line did a really nice job of vertically displacing that down lineman. And when you get that vertical displacement, that gap really increases, and that was certainly the case there in the run by Parks.
Quarterback keep attempt for Parks. He got stood up. I don't know if he got it on third and less than a yard, and they're marking him shy. He needs the 25-yard line. I think we're going to have a 4th and 1 coming up.
It does appear that he's slightly short here.
Can the Newton defense come up with a stop on 4th down?
It's a big play for both teams here.
The Saints stopped Newton on 4th down earlier this quarter. Parks under center. Cook, the lone back behind him. And movement on the left side of the line. Oh, timeout first.
Xavier, first one of the second half.
The whistle's got the offensive line. I thought we had movement, but a timeout taken by head coach Dwayne Schulte. Coach, I got a good story for you on this Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints offensive staff. So Dave Schreck is an assistant coach, has a son who played for them in 2009, was an All-American lineman at Air Force, moved to Cedar Rapids in 2008, worked at Collins Aerospace. Dave Schreck, a volunteer coach since then, has just been tremendous. And Dwayne Schulte said, give his son Eric a shout out. He was active duty in Afghanistan. He was the coordinator when the Air Force was pulling planes out. Just a fantastic story. I know Veterans Day was this week, and the Iowa High School Athletic Association has been doing a really good job honoring the veterans in between quarters here with Veterans Day, doing an awesome job, just saluting our military personnel.
I'm glad that the state has done a really good job of recognizing members of our veterans who play an integral part of their communities as well.
4th and 1. Parks needs a yard. Looks like he has it. It'll depend on the spot.
Boy, it looks awful close. It is going to depend on the spot here.
Looked like his initial surge, I thought, got up and over it. Man, Newton standing tough defensively.
And they're going to take a look at this and measure it.
And the football right on the line.
It certainly is. Yeah.
So it looks like a first down.
It does.
A tie ball game. They will stretch the chains out to see if the Saints will keep their drive going or if Newton's defense came up with a stop. Just enough.
Right at the nose of the football. When they say it's a game of inches, that is certainly the case.
The Saints offense able to stay on the field. Parks gets just enough on the ground. And now first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Back to Carter Hoffman on the ground, and he's been picking up some big chunks.
Hoffman is really starting to hit the hole differently than he did in the first half. He's accelerating through the hole, but that offensive line for Xavier is doing a really nice job.
That's the end of the third quarter. You're watching the IHSAA 4A semifinals presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. More of our high school football semifinal action comes your way next on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
I don't get it. Why is there uneven crop emergence out here?
Great question, Jill. From what I've seen, soil compaction from your sprayers and grain carts is the likely culprit. This can hinder root penetration and emergence along field edges.
What would I do without you, Tom?
Hey, that's what I'm here for. Let's catch up later. I'm needed over in Monroe County.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Channel, all in, all season.
Nice guy.
What does commitment mean? To protect what's important, to invest in the future. It means providing peace of mind. It's what reliable people do. It's what local banks do. Banking in Iowa goes beyond transactions. Banks work to help people and small businesses succeed. And Iowa banks are proud to be trusted partners in building confident banking relationships. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Ladies, the bake sale's about to start. Are you ready?
We've got this.
Okay.
Oh, guys, he's here.
Quick Star delivery for Janet.
Bring it here. Let's get this bake sale going. Yeah, come on. Best bake sale ever. Oh, yeah. Let's dig in.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
IHSAA Semifinal Football is brought to you by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the IHSAA, championing youth through sports and education. And by Cookies, epic sauces and bold seasonings. Remember, smart cookies use cookies. And by the Iowa Bankers Association, Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
All knotted up as we begin the fourth quarter of action, our second for a semifinal game. 7th seeded Newton, top seeded Xavier out of Cedar Rapids. Let's welcome you back to the semifinals presented by Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. 2nd down and 3. Parks to throw, screen pass back to the left. This is Cook. A first down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal.
Great play call, throwback screen. Northcutt did a great job of reading that. He was right there and just couldn't get him to the ground. But outstanding play call there, taking advantage of Newton's aggressiveness.
On with the tackle, huge tackle there for the Cardinals. First down carry by Hoffman, met immediately by Klein. And the Saints crowd wanted a flag for an extra throw at the end of the whistle. I don't see any. And it will be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Klein comes off the edge from the secondary position, makes a great play with a little extracurricular, but still outstanding play defensively by Klein.
Second down and goal. Parks wants to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to run for it. Parks down to the 2-yard line. 3rd down coming up for the Saints offense. Good decision by Parks there.
Yep. I think he got a first down. Yep.
When he got a first down, they spot him at the 2. And so 1st and goal.
Like conduct on the bench of the defense. Half the distance. First down.
And so unsportsmanlike conduct called on the bench of Newton. And so not only now is it a fresh set of downs for Xavier, the penalty's not going to move them much closer, as already at the 1 they go to the half-yard line. And Parks at quarterback. Hoffman at tailback. Parks is going to keep it himself and pushes across the goal line. And the Xavier Saints take their first lead of the game.
What a response by Xavier. Down 17-3, partway into the 3rd quarter, and put 3 really outstanding drives together. Executed at a very high level. Balanced attack, running the football and throwing the football, but it really started with the offensive line. They've done a nice job of really getting the run game going. Xavier's been able to run the football with their power game and even the read game, and now we've got a interesting turn of events.
Extra point is good, and now a 7-point lead for the unbeaten Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints and head coach Dwayne Schulte. In his 32nd year, Hoffman really getting him going, Coach.
He did a really good job this 3rd quarter. He's running with a different purpose, but it starts with the offensive line. There was a big hole in there. They're doing a really good job with their various schemes, running their power, their gap schemes, but also some of the read game that they're using with the belly and veer action, and then using their screens and their play action, just keeping Newton off balance defensively.
Cash Parks with the rushing touchdown. And Coach, how about the second half that he's having? Remember, we talked about him at halftime. He was just 4 of 12 throwing the football. That's 8 incompletions. He is 7 for 8 here in the second half.
A major difference, and we expected that this was going to happen. Obviously a guy who's had that experience in big games, and he's responded threefold here in the 3rd quarter.
Just 1 incompletion here in this second half. The kick is away. It's going to be Martin along the sideline, tries to stay inbounds, takes a shot at the 25. The Saints team is fired up right now.
You can see a shift in the momentum, without a doubt. Xavier's really excited right now, and after they got that first score, you know, to make it 17-10, it really changed just the dynamics of the game from a momentum standpoint. This is a big drive right now for Newton to get recentered and get back to doing what they've done, and that's getting Caden Klein involved in the offense.
Andy Swedenjelm talking to the offense before they come out for a drive where they trail for the first time in this football game. Handoff straight ahead, and a good strong run by Hansen. A gain of 5.
Morio once again did a great job from his inside linebacker position, run counter, did a great job of reading his keys and reacting and being in a good position to make the tackle.
Klein back to throw. He lets it fly, looking for his main target, and he's got Finn Martin. And it's a huge play deep into Saints territory.
Great throw and catch. Martin does a really nice job on this route, and utilizing his speed. You see why he is a big play receiver and has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
He adds 44 receiving yards on that catch to set up a first down at the 27-yard line. Klein gives it to Hansen, left side. Hansen through the first line of defense, down to the 15. Newton trying to grab some momentum back.
Running the counter trade there. Dostal was right in that position to make the play, but unfortunately couldn't bring him to the ground.
Klein looking at another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throws right side, completes it inside the 10 to Martin. And Martin knocked down at the 7.
Klein does a really good job of avoiding the rush here from his left, breaks the pocket, extends the play, hits Martin. Those are the things that Klein gives you as a dual threat quarterback.
Finn Martin leads 4A in receiving touchdowns and receiving yards, the first 1,000 receiver in Newton football history. And now Klein, the quarterback, keeps it straight ahead down to the 2-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2 for the Cardinals.
Little Q power, but bent that back. Xavier got over the top of that. He bent it back into the A gap. Play was intended to hit, looks like in the C gap. Did a great job of reading that and bending it back.
8:23 and counting on the clock. Caden Klein, senior quarterback. 58-yard touchdown run already. Hands it off to Hansen, right side. Gets stood up. And it's blown dead at the 1-yard line. This is just some good smash mouth football between the tackles, Coach, isn't it?
It certainly is. And this is really where Xavier shines, is that they're really stout against the run typically. You get in the red zone there, they really make it difficult to rush the football. We'll see what Newton has planned here as far as taking advantage of Klein in the run game. They're really heavy here to the right side.
Klein's going to keep it, races to the right, into the end zone for a touchdown.
Great play design there. This quarterback keep off the read. Have 2 guys obviously helping on the edge defenders. Great read, great execution.
Extra point, Jackson Price on for the attempt. And the kick is through. We are tied at 24. How about Caden Klein? 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown in this 4A semifinal game. All knotted up with the top-seeded and unbeaten Xavier Saints. Let's look at this drive, Coach. Start with a big pass to Martin.
That's where it really started. And when you have a playmaker like that on the perimeter, you've got to give him an opportunity to make a play. We've seen that throughout the course of the game, that he's a guy that you can count on in the pass game. There was Caden Klein breaking the pocket. They've done a great job throughout the course of the night with his legs. What a response by Newton. It looked like they were really in dire straits.
Here's a look at our updated SUCUP statistics. After we are tied, both teams over 300 yards of total offense now. The defense is still, Coach, really tough on 3rd down. I really give a lot of credit to the defensive players making plays, defensive coordinators, Jim O'Connell for Cedar Rapids Xavier, Jeff Richardson for the Newton Cardinals, calling a good game here in the Unidome.
I have to give both coaching staffs a lot of credit for making some great offensive adjustments at halftime. They come out here in the second half and done a real good job of executing just at a much higher level, especially in the pass game.
It was 10-3. Newton, Xavier did have that 3-0 lead. Newton scored 10 unanswered the rest of the first half. Back to work is Cash Parks, throwing it deep and just beyond the speedy Dustin Cook as it falls incomplete. And just the second incompletion of the second half for Cash Parks.
Just a little wheel route out of the backfield. Well covered, and really the only where he could throw the football in that situation. But great defense from Klein.
Cutter Hoffman at tailback. He'll get the pitch right side. Cannot avoid the defender, Colton Northcutt. That's a senior out just hunting tackles today.
Klein did a phenomenal job coming off the edge, gobbled up two blockers, set the edge, turned it back inside, and what a play by Northcutt. He's been all over the field here defensively from his linebacker position.
Third down. Needing the 30-yard line. Parks cuts it loose, goes deep, and overthrows everybody. The receivers crossed, and there was a lot of traffic in the area. Both receivers kind of got hung up around midfield, and 4th and long, a punt situation comes.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to run a scissors concept there, but I don't know if they ran into each other. It's kind of hard to tell there on the video, but it looks like that's what they were trying to do, and they just weren't on the same page with the quarterback.
Into punt it away. As Ty Weiss, good pressure comes from Newton, and Martin lets it bounce. And it bounces right at midfield, hits a Saint in Saints territory. And head coach Dwayne Schulte is going to ask his defense to come up with a big stop.
Newton has a short field here. We'll see if they get back to what they did on the previous drive, doing a great job of mixing it up with the pass game, asserting the run game with Isaiah Hansen, and getting Caden Klein involved as well with his legs and his arm.
Cedar Rapids, Xavier in the quarterfinals the last 2 years, back to the Dome for the first time since 2022. For Newton, first time into the semifinals since 1992. Last time they were in the Dome, 1990. Coach said technically in 1999 we played a first round game at Cedar Falls High School. They played in the Dome, so we did make it that year, but not what feels like the Dome when you make it to the Final Four or that championship game. Klein straight back to throw. He wants to go deep once again. And just now on the same page with Martin as it falls incomplete. Good coverage downfield by the Saints.
Very well covered downfield. He had the check down. You know, one of those situations where obviously Martin's made some great plays throughout the course of the game, but sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you.
These teams are fighting for a chance to play for a state championship next week on Iowa PBS. 5:49 left in the fourth quarter to decide it. Klein flushed out, nowhere to go. Throws it away and avoids the sack, but it'll be 4th and 10 coming up. The pressure from that Saints defense really cranking up. Morio just about had him in the backfield.
They brought a couple defenders that time from the second level and didn't have enough guys to protect. It looked like if he would have tucked and ran it initially, but 12 did a really good job of keeping him in the pocket and forcing a real difficult throw.
Punting it away, and takes a nice bounce inside the 20. Zach Felton with a nice punt, and the Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints offense back out on the field. Cash Parks 1,900 passing yards coming into this game, so he goes over 2,000 passing yards on the season in this semifinal game. Carter Hoffman, 1,000-yard rusher on the season before tonight. He has 100 yards rushing and 535 to work with, all knotted up. They start with Hoffman straight ahead, busts the tackle across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 15 to get the drive started.
Great first play of the drive. Weak side ISO. Great job at the point of attack. Hoffman is hitting the hole really hard right now. We'll see if Xavier continues to stay with the power run game here.
It's a handoff to the fullback, straight ahead. Cook off to the races, to the 40, to the 30, being chased down by Ali Yahia. Oh, what a play on the dive by Cook.
It looks like it was a quick hitting trap. And haven't hit it all day. You will see the left guard pull, trap that interior lineman, nobody home. Great play call.
Great effort by Yahia to keep him out of the end zone. A huge play there from Cook. And now with 5 minutes to play, the Saints in the red zone and in striking distance. Hoffman the carry, left side, inside the 10 he goes.
Back to the well again with that weak side ISO. You'll see it here coming right at you.
Tackle by
that
Milburn.
Time kicked out.
Yep. Milburn the tackle, shedding another block. 58 yards on that run from Dustin Cook to set up this Saints offense in the red zone. Hoffman gets the carry and dives forward inside the 5. I believe that'll make it 1st and goal.
I think you're right there, Brad. I think he got the first down.
I think he needed the 5, and they're spotting him at the 4-yard line. The Saints, #1 seed, have not lost all year. They have put up 35 or more points in all but one game. Parks straight ahead. Parks, did he get in? Stopped at the 1-yard line. Milburn saved that one from Parks stealing a touchdown straight ahead.
With that even front, there's no one covering the center there. Great call. And I don't know if he would just, was on the quarterback to make that audible.
Parks under center, keeps it himself into the end zone for a touchdown. A couple 1-yard touchdown runs for quarterback Cash Parks. And the Saints are back in front.
Offensive line just doing what they do, and that's been a staple of Xavier football for a long time. The line play, you watch the pad level and how they get off the football. Outstanding job.
Extra point is good for Weiss. Head coach Dwayne Schulte trying to get back into that title game. A game they won in 2022. How about this run? Cook just straight up the middle.
And really, Xavier got back to what they've always been. You know, I still see them as an I formation team, running ISO power trap with the read game. That was a true depiction of what they do and what they're good at and their identity, and they just trusted who they are and what they do, and they executed at such a high level.
Coach Schulte said at the start of the season, our goals were just to get better every single day. Every drill, every rep, every practice. And then you go out and you try and win on Friday night. Their lowest scoring game of the season, 21 points to Western Dubuque. They did win that game, obviously being unbeaten. Coach, their defense has only given up 10 points total in the last 4 weeks. Newton's put 24 up on the board. Here's what I want to know. What does Caden Klein have in store for us next?
That will be interesting to find out, and I'm really excited to see what this next drive holds. But if I'm the coach, I put the ball in my playmakers' hands, and we're going to go down with him.
3:24 to play. Andy Sweden, gentlemen, year number 6 as head coach of the Newton Cardinals. Says his biggest coaching influences, he says, I've got a few of them. My dad, Bill, helped with football in middle school, and it was just fun being around him and the older kids. Matt Dillon, his high school football coach at Dowling, and Ron Gray, his high school wrestling coach, also a big influence for him. And he has Caden Klein, who throws over the middle and completes it to Hansen. Hansen out close to midfield. A big chunk play right out of the gates. A gain of 28 for Newton to start the drive.
Great scheme here off a jet action. Have the one slot goes across the field and they leak. The back out, down the hash. Outstanding concept.
Klein is back to throw. He's looking for Hansen once again and shoots it over the head of the junior running back. 2nd down and 10.
Had some pressure there in his face there, Brad, right at the point of the throw.
Caden Klein, 2nd down. Hands it off to Hansen straight ahead. And the defense stays strong. Jack Schimberg in there for the Saints. He's pumped up. And 3rd down and long. A clear passing situation. Schimberg checks out.
Yeah,
2:25 to play, Coach. This is probably a 2 down. You probably got 3rd and 4th down to pick up the 1st.
Absolutely, and I think that's why they ran a run play in that situation for sure.
Klein keeps it himself, runs left. Good pursuit. He stays on his feet. How far did he stay in bounds? They spot him out at the 46. And the 42-yard line would be a 1st down, so it's going to be 4th and 4 for the Cardinals. Tiptoeing the sideline, trying to get every yard, every inch that he can.
Big play here.
Saints fans to their feet. Senior quarterback Caden Klein. Does he have one more play to keep this drive going? Klein flushed out of the pocket, avoids the tackler, stays on his feet, and picks up the 1st down. Are you kidding me?
Wow, what a play by Caden Klein. They brought pressure, they brought 5, they were in a 3-down lineman there. They have him, 81's right there, here's the play, and Muriel just can't bring him down there. Outstanding run by Klein.
Second, third, fourth effort gained the first down for Klein, and Newton is still alive. Down a touchdown. Carries it himself down to the 30. Another first down. Nice patient run this time from Klein, right?
Did a really good job of setting up that run by allowing those blocks to take place.
He looks gassed, but he's got a minute 24 to play. Klein flushed out of the pocket, throws it away. Oh, did Martin come up with a catch?
I think he
did.
Wow, what a play by both Klein and Martin there.
And it's enough for the first down, I think, right at the 18.
Klein avoids the sack, delivers a great throw on the run.
Oh, yeah. Arms underneath it. And so they've stopped the clock at a minute 11. I think they're trying to decide if it is a first down. They're bringing the chains out. So the chain gang gets a little more TV time here for a semifinal number 2.
Boy, what a second half here, Brad.
Man. 10-3 at halftime. Newton, the 7-point lead. Oh, and they are short by 2 chain links. And that was first down, so this will be second and short for Newton, but they'll try and get their offense organized, because by catching it in play short of the first down, the clock will wind on the officials' signal. Newton down 7.
Looks like Newton has 2 timeouts as well as Xavier here. It'll be interesting to see how they manage the clock and how they elect if they want to run the football or throw it here in these situations.
And they wind the clock. Klein fakes the handoff, pitches it left side. Thomason, pressure comes. Thomason dropped for a loss. Sam Schimberg, the linebacker, read the play beautifully.
Outstanding defense right there. Assignment football, had a guy on the quarterback, guy on the pitch. Everyone rallies to the football. Now we have 3rd and long.
O'Donnell read it as well, and now a timeout taken by the Newton Cardinals. So 3rd and 11. You see Coach Swedenjump trying to settle down the offense in a similar situation. You've got 2 downs to pick up this first down, but you're also, the clock's becoming a factor with 37 seconds left. Meanwhile, for Dwayne Schulte and the Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints, they're looking for one more stop. Coach Schulte in year number 32. State titles in 17, 18, and in 2022. And he reminded me, too, LaSalle High School won 2 state championships in the early 80s. Cedar Rapids LaSalle and Cedar Rapids Regis merged to become Cedar Rapids Xavier, and Coach Schulte started at LaSalle before the merger of the schools. Full-time social studies teacher, teaches law and economics. Taught coach before he went to law school, undergrad at UNI here at the University of Northern Iowa. And here we go, 3rd and 11. Klein trying to throw it, and Hansen in the flats. It falls incomplete. And it'll be 4th down. Clock stopped at 33 seconds with the incomplete pass.
Well, it looks like it's coming down to this. When Xavier typically gets in that odd front, they're bringing 1 or 2 guys. I anticipate defensive coordinator O'Connell is going to dial up some type of blitz and not allow Caden Klein to sit in the pocket.
Newton wants to talk it over. They use their final timeout with 33 seconds left, trailing the #1 seed, Xavier Saints. Carter Hoffman, 130 yards rushing for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Cash Parks, 131 yards passing, and then 2 rushing touchdowns. For Newton, meanwhile, they need to come up with a 10 or 11 yard play. Caden Klein at quarterback, 135 passing yards. He has 171 rushing yards. You have Hansen with 66 rushing yards as well. A couple of big targets with Finn Martin closing in on 100 receiving yards. And Isaiah Hansen dangerous out of the backfield. 4 receivers left for the Cardinals. Klein, good protection, straight back to throw. He throws to the end zone. It is up and it is incomplete. Cedar Rapids Xavier is going to hold on.
Great coverage there. Had 2 guys vertically. It looks like the corner comes off. Just not enough space when you run that vertical concept into the boundary there. That corner is able to fall off on that route that's up the hash. Down here on the single side, they had Martin. The safety rolled late. What a ball game, though.
Cash Parks, the quarterback for the Saints, out to take a knee. And that will do it. The Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints will be battling the Pella Dutch for the Class 4A final in 2025.
Great ball game. You have to tip your cap here to Newton on an outstanding season, and obviously gave Xavier all they wanted and more.
7 o'clock Thursday, November 20th on Iowa PBS. 31-24. The Saints were down 14, coach, and came back to get the victory. That'll do it for our 4A semifinal. Stick around. We'll have awards in our Quick Star Star of the Game when we come back from our final break. The Saints with the win by 7. Defensive stop at the end clinches it.
Health powers life, from the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted. Building a relationship with a primary care doctor is one of the easiest ways to stay healthy. So if you don't have one, get started with Mercy One. From annual wellness visits to screenings and immunizations, our primary care doctors can help you be proactive with your health, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation.
From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
IHSAA Semifinal Football on the Hy-Vee Championship Network is brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud partner of IHSAA. Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. And by Sukup Manufacturing Company, the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. And by the Iowa Farm Bureau. From rural roots to statewide pride, Iowa Farm Bureau proudly supports student athletes across Iowa.
The top seeded Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints hold off 7th seeded Newton 31-24 and advance to the Class 4A semifinal where they will battle the 4th seeded Pella Dutch. Outstanding season comes to a close for Newton, getting to the Unidome for the first time, the semis since 1992. Take a look at our quick star of the game, Cash Parks, the quarterback for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
After a shaky first half, second half was dynamic. Did a great job of orchestrating several key drives. Capped it off with obviously this great throw here, but also with his legs. And just his leadership was key in how Xavier responded, especially being down 17-3 at one point in time.
A.J. Evans, a couple receptions that really sparked the entire Xavier offense. Cash Parks, those 2 one-yard rushing TDs, 131 passing yards and 21 rushing yards for the Xavier Saint. Our quick star of the game on the go. Quick Star's got you covered. Fuel up, grab a bite, and score offers with their Quick Rewards app. Get everything you need only at Quick Star. Well, next Thursday's 4A championship game is ready to go. You can see it at 7 p.m. next week, Thursday on Iowa PBS. As we appreciate you joining us. Video broadcast of Iowa High School Athletic Association State Championship events are copyrighted property of the IHSAA. Reproduction or retransmission of these broadcasts without the express written consent of the IHSAA is prohibited. For the coach, Kevin Miller, and our entire crew here in Cedar Falls, I am Brad Wells. Thanks so much for joining us. This has been the Iowa High School Athletic Association's 2025 football semifinals presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. After 4 games, we say goodnight from the Unidome in Cedar Falls and enjoy semifinal action Friday and Saturday, 1A and 5A tomorrow, 2A and 3A coming up on the weekend. This has been IHSA football on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.